The story begins in a very cold place, Alaska. Due to the rapidly increasing heat around the world, the ice in Alaska also started melting slowly. The ice sheet gradually became thinner, and one day a very ancient creature emerged from beneath it. Viran, an icy dragon. In a pond formed by melting ice, a fisherman was cleaning a fish. While removing the fish bones, his finger got cut. He put his hand in the water to clean the wound, but as soon as a drop of blood fell into the water, the dragon awoke. It had been trapped there for 10,000 years. Very hungry, it immediately attacked the fisherman. The poor man tried very hard to escape, but the dragon surrounded him and swallowed him whole. Near the site of the accident, there is a small town called Beaver Mills, where everything was quite normal for now. In Alaska, the days and nights are unusually long. People from outside have a lot of trouble here. One of them is Jack, who used to drive a truck, but after his brother died in an accident, he started working as a carpenter. Jack was doing some repair work in a small restaurant at that time. A girl named Claire, who worked in the same restaurant, was watching him intently. Jack had been working for quite a while, so Claire thought of giving him some coffee, but just then, David, who is a well-known doctor in the town, intervened. He took the coffee and asked Claire if she would go out with him somewhere. Claire refused for about the 10th time. David, as usual, left a bit annoyed. Later, Claire apologized to Jack. "I brought that coffee for you, but it's gone. So if you want to eat, come on." Jack was hungry too, so he agreed. Inside the diner, he met an old woman named Edna. She always ordered breakfast for 2 people, for herself and her husband. This is actually the wife of the fisherman who was recently killed by the dragon. Edna has not yet been able to overcome the grief of his death. Claire noticed that Jack was also going through a similar sorrow. He comforted her and said that wherever your brother is, he will be happy. Jack was not ready to talk about his brother. He drank coffee and went home. Meanwhile, a retired colonel was feeding his dog when a large deer's head fell from the sky into his garden. This soon started appearing in the news. In that area, there was only one radio, so its reporter spread this news. Everyone thought that some mischievous children must have played a prank, but in reality, this is a sign of impending danger. Jack didn't pay much attention to this news and went back to his van home. A little while later, Dr. David came to his house. He looked at Jack's hand and said he would treat his injury. The treatment was just an excuse. David just wanted to find out if Jack liked Claire. Jack refused and said that as soon as he received the insurance money from his brother's accident, he would leave. He wasn't planning to settle here permanently. The doctor was pleased and said there was no need to pay as he was their guest. "Let me know if there's any other problem." On the way, David stopped his car near the forest to use the bathroom. That's when he heard a loud noise from above. When he looked to the same Vita, the same ice dragon was in front of him. The dragon moved closer to the car and suddenly attacked the doctor. David ran into the forest and hid for a while. When he felt the dragon had left, he returned to his car, and just as he was about to start it, the dragon came back again and killed David. The next day, a local man went hunting in the forest. He saw strange marks on the ground and droppings of a very large animal. There was no such large animal in the nearby forest. After a while, the dragon Viren appeared in front of him. Hayes fired a shot, but the dragon escaped. The sound of his gun was heard by Inspector Dawson, who was talking to Jake outside the diner. Both followed the sound towards the forest. There they found Hayes, who was very frightened. Hayes said that he saw a very large monster in the sky. "I barely escaped with my life. It was so big that the sheriff did not believe him. Thought he might be wandering around after smoking something and just said to go to the police station and give a statement." Then Jake saw a hand in the forest with a shirt and watch exactly like Dr. David's. He had just met him yesterday, so he recognized it immediately. The inspector, meaning the sheriff, couldn't understand what was happening. Meanwhile, Hess started saying again that the monster is very dangerous. It will kill everyone. Although they didn't have any concrete evidence of the dragon's existence, David's severed hand couldn't be ignored. The sheriff sheriff now called an emergency meeting. Inside the restaurant, he informed everyone that an unknown creature is attacking the townspeople. He wasn't particularly convinced about this, but still, he told people to be cautious. Stay inside your homes as much as possible. Just then, Deputy Susie came in with the doctor's hand. Seeing this, everyone got scared. The sheriff sternly said that no one will go into the forest alone. Take care of yourselves and your pets. A special festival of their town, which is celebrated every year, was about to happen soon, so people started asking the sheriff what they would do about it. Jake interrupted saying, "Are you people crazy? There's a man's hand lying there. Celebrate the festival a few days later. What's the big deal?" But the sheriff said, "An outsider cannot understand our ways. The festival will happen." He did it so that an atmosphere of fear would not spread in the town. After the meeting, the sheriff received a phone call. This call was from a man named Thomas saying that his farm had been attacked. The sheriff immediately headed towards the man's farm. Over there, retired Colonel Travis was trying to find out who threw the deer head in his garden. Just then, he saw a large dragon flying in the sky. He immediately set out in his jeep to inform the police, but on the way, the dragon suddenly appeared in front of him. Taking his gun, the colonel got out of his vehicle and started shooting at the wyvern. Not a single bullet hit the wyvern, but the colonel managed to drive the dragon away from there. After that, he went to the city and told Deputy Susie everything. He said that aliens have attacked our world, but hearing this, Susie felt that the old man had gone crazy and told the colonel to go back home. Still, Susie thought that she should at least inform the sheriff once. But by that time, the sheriff had reached that man's farm. He couldn't pick up the call. As soon as he went inside the horse stable, he called out to Thomas, after which he suddenly slipped into a pool of blood. There, the sheriff suddenly saw Thomas's corpse. He was not used to seeing so much bloodshed. The sheriff was so terrified that he fainted. Then the colonel ran to Hampton, who works at the radio station. He told Hampton to quickly make an emergency announcement about the monster, but Hampton refused because she couldn't make such an announcement without the government's permission. This made the colonel very angry, but what could he do? After that, he reached his friend Folly, who was cooking for the festival at that time. But he also did not believe the colonel. However, soon everyone was convinced. When Wayne himself came into the city, he went straight to the radio station. Seeing the dragon, Hampton immediately tried to send a message for help through the radio, but the dragon quickly broke the electric pole, shutting down the entire radio system. Meanwhile, at Thomas's farm, the sheriff regained consciousness and used his radio to tell Susie to send everyone home. Following the sheriff's order, Susie made an announcement with the megaphone for everyone to go to their homes, but her luck was bad. Suddenly, that big dragon came over her and attacked Susie in one swift move for T-Tam or D-Tam-Tam. With its large claws, it tore him apart. Now everyone started running upon seeing the dragon. Chaos erupted in the city. Claire and Jake went inside the restaurant. They also heard the screams and saw the dragon coming towards them. It broke the diner's door with its big and dangerous teeth and tried to get inside. People hid behind tables. After a while, the dragon stopped attacking and flew up. Now it started catching and eating other people in the city. After a while, Hampton and Farley also came into the diner and told everyone that the dangerous creature was eating people one by one. Everyone found this creature very strange. Then Claire said that maybe it's a dragon, like in old stories. To this, Hampton called her crazy, and Hayes said that every country has such mysterious dragon stories. He mentioned that in old stories, there is a dragon named Wyvern, which was born in hell. It is very hungry. According to the story, initially this dragon only ate bad people, but later its hunger grew so much that it started eating everyone. When he attacked Odin, the king of the gods, Odin imprisoned him in a mountain of ice. Now that ice is melting all over the world, maybe Björn has also been freed. Claire asked Hayes how he knew this story. He said that his family came here from Norway and these stories are from their country. When he used to go fishing with his father in childhood, his father would say that as the ice melts, a roar like a dragon can be heard. He was completely sure that it was Vian who would come out one day and destroy the world. Then Jack asked if his father told him how this dragon could be killed.
They said that, look, I don't know about killing it, but the old people of Norway used to sacrifice humans to appease it.
Doing this today is impossible, so everyone rejected the idea. Then Jack decided that he would go find the sheriff and call for help. To this, Claire said that she would come along. Both of them set out on the road and looked up to see the dragon flying and landing in a part of the forest. Despite the danger, Jack said he would go closer to see where the dragon is hiding.
At the same time, on another road, the colonel was also searching for the dragon. He saw that a trailer was parked on the road. The vehicle seemed empty, but there were bloodstains inside and outside, as if a fight had taken place here. When he saw the other vehicles, they were all broken and the people were gone. Inside the diner, Hampton was trying to get the radio working again, but the system was completely down. A little later, the sheriff returned to the town, but there was destruction everywhere, and near Susie's megaphone, there was a large pool of blood. He immediately tried to call for help, but then he noticed the dragon flying towards him. Farley saw it and shouted to quickly hide in the diner, but as soon as the sheriff started to go inside, the dragon attacked him and took him away. By then, Jack had reached the forest where he saw the dragon landing. He gave Claire a pistol and said, "Stay in the car, I'll check." When he went ahead, he saw that there was a large dragon's nest, which it had made by breaking things around. Meanwhile, Claire was waiting for Jack in the car. Then she saw the dragon coming towards her. She tried to hide, but the dragon broke the car door and started to eat it. Claire showed courage and fired bullets at it with her pistol. Jack heard the gunshot and ran over, but when he arrived, the car was empty and the dragon was gone. The good news was that he spotted Claire in the middle of the forest. She had narrowly escaped the dragon. Just a few seconds later, the colonel arrived there. He had also come after hearing the gunshot. He mentioned that cars were scattered on the road. He believed that the dragon wanted people not to leave so it wouldn't run out of food. Now, there is only one way to stop the dragon, to kill it, but the colonel also knew he couldn't do it alone. They immediately went back to the city. Jack used the communicator to talk to Hampton and asked to call for help from the sheriff. But then Hampton said that the dragon had killed Sharif. Jacob started thinking of another plan. After a while, the three of them returned to the diner and told everyone the location of the dragon's nest, but they didn't have many weapons. They would have to talk to someone for help, but the phone isn't working either. Then Hampton remembered that there is a radio in my studio, but a more powerful antenna would be needed. They figured that there would be an antenna in a nearby store. Both quickly went there to get the antenna and connect it to the radio. On the way, they saw Sharif's car and took weapons and bullets from inside to give to the colonel so he could distribute them among the remaining people. Then the two of them went to the store. Jake climbed onto the roof and removed the 4 screws of the antenna. When he was unscrewing them one by one, the dragon came back again. Only 1 screw was left, so Hampton took out a pistol to help Jake and fired at the dragon, giving Jake more time to remove the antenna. Both of them returned to the diner as quickly as possible. They barely escaped from the dragon. As soon as they entered the diner, Hampton attached the antenna and connected it to the radio. Jake set the radio frequency and talked to the security agency there, but the signal was too weak to reach that far, and the agent kept asking repeatedly, What is happening? Jake thought that people wouldn't believe the truth about the dragon anyway. That's why he spoke politely and said that there has been a very big gas explosion here and we are unable to communicate with many people. We need a lot of help. Send it quickly. Meanwhile, the signal went out again and the conversation couldn't be completed. Now they are on their own. So Jake decided that they would have to fight the dragon. They all needed to gather weapons as soon as possible. everyone agreed to the plan and prepared their weapons. Farley and Hayes went to get some fuel. Just then, the dragon came over a house. Farley panicked and the dragon struck him with its tail, causing him a very dangerous injury. Jake immediately moved forward from the diner to save him. Everyone else continued attacking the dragon. Then we see Dr. David in the dragon's nest. He was actually alive. The dragon did not kill him. He quickly took off his tie and tied it around his arm to minimize the bleeding. When he stood up, he saw the dragon's eggs. But before he could do anything, the dragon returned. It grabbed him with its teeth and took him to the city. After the dragon left, Claire and Jake had coffee and rested a bit. They were talking when Hayes said that Vian had returned. Everyone looked outside and saw the dragon drop David on the ground, as if it wanted them to come out and get him. Jake knew that the dragon was doing all this to trap them, but still, he couldn't leave David to die like that. He went to save him. When the dragon attacked him, Jake fired his pistol. Hayes and the colonel also fired several shots, but the dragon was advancing rapidly. Despite being injured, Farley ran and distracted the dragon, and this plan worked. Jake safely escorted David to the cafe, but the dragon has now taken Farley to its nest. Everyone else was saddened by the loss of another companion. A little later, a message from the authorities came on the radio. A rescue helicopter was sent, but as soon as the helicopter approached the city, the dragon returned and attacked the helicopter, killing the pilot and destroying the helicopter. Once again, the people of the city were left alone. Claire called her friends because David was severely injured. Taking his last breaths, David said something important. 3 eggs inside that nest. His condition was getting very bad. Jake told everyone that we will go to the jungle and finish off the dragon and its eggs too. Otherwise, once its babies are born, it will be difficult to stop them. Jake told Edna to stay here and everyone else left for the jungle. After a long journey, they reached the jungle and found a power generator that could produce a dangerous electric current. This might be enough to kill the dragon and the eggs. Hampton rigged something to reconnect the generator. Everyone was ready, and Jake was about to pull the crank when suddenly the dragon landed again and attacked them with its sharp-edged tail. Jake, Akai, Keen, the colonel and Claire fired a lot of bullets at the dragon while Hampton was trying to activate the generator, but the trap failed and the dragon escaped. Then everyone saw Hess's body and the colonel went mad seeing his friend. He started shooting at the eggs. Jake stopped him and said that the eggs could still serve as bait to lure the dragon here. They moved forward on the path and saw more vehicles in between. A large cargo truck was also parked there. Jake got the idea that the truck could be used to trap the dragon. He decided that he would do it alone so that everyone else would remain safe, especially Claire, because he had started developing feelings for her. Jake loaded the eggs into the truck and started driving it at full speed. He was honking along the way to attract the dragon's attention. A few kilometers later, the dragon got caught in the trap and started attacking the truck. Jake suddenly hit the brakes, causing the fast approaching dragon to crash into the back of it. Then Jake started driving the truck again. The dragon was injured, but not much. He came after him again and this time sat right in front of the windshield. Jake didn't give up, so a big mountain came in the way. Driving the truck at full speed, Jake jumped out at the right moment and the truck fell off the mountain along with the dragon and the eggs. As it fell, there was a massive explosion in the truck in which both the dragon and the eggs were destroyed. In this way, the dangerous ice dragon named Vian was defeated. In the middle of the city, all the remaining people, especially Claire, were waiting for Jake to return. A little while later, when Jake came back, he told everyone that the danger was over and he decided that he would stay in this city with Claire for some more time. If you liked the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.